Hello, in this month of June we're talking about savings, and I just wanted to point out that the topic or the name of this group is Faith, Family, and Finance, because we're not going to just talk about money, we're going to talk about families, we're talking about our faith and how they all tie in together, because I think you can't talk about one without talking about the other. You can't just talk about money without talking about stewardship and about families, because that's why we want to have money, is because we have families, in general, right? Even if we're just a family of one, we want to provide for our families and make a good experience for ourselves and for them. So going along with our topic for June, and look, can you see in the background my pile of papers that need to be filed? Just keeping it real, guys. That's a project someday, is to get all those filed. And then I've got my kids' little play desk there to keep them occupied while I'm working, back there in the background. So June's topic is savings. Set up a savings account for all of your kids. Do your kids have bank accounts? Do your kids have a savings account? When each of my kids is born, I open up a account for them at the bank, and I link it to my account just so I can see what's going on, and that way I can transfer money too. So I like to open an account with $100 when they're born, and I bank with Mountain America Credit Union. Just because, you know what, my parents set up an account for me when I was a baby, and I've always stayed with them. They've always treated me well and had great products. So wherever you bank, doesn't matter. You don't need to switch to Mountain America, but wherever you bank, set up accounts for your kids if you haven't already, and link them to your account. And the reason for this is because then you can keep track of their account, make sure nothing fraudulent is happening. And then because my kids' accounts are linked to mine, like when I log in, I can see all my accounts, and then I see theirs as well. It's a different account number, but I can see all of them when I log in, and I can transfer back and forth. So every month I like to just transfer a teeny bit of money, like sometimes just $5 to each account, just so that they can grow. And then as my kids are saving their money, because we ask them to pay 10% tithing and 10% savings, we take them to the bank and let them deposit their money into their savings account, and then they get to see that grow as well. So I'd encourage you to open up a savings account for each of your kids, a bank account. One second. My daughter just walked in and she has Oreos all over her face. That looks delicious. So open up savings account for all of your kids. Just a funny story. So we took she was 6 years old at the time last year. We took her, she had saved up a bunch of money. It was like $8 or something. It seemed like a lot of money to her. We took her to the bank and we put it in the bank. And then I showed her, look, here's your new balance. This is so cool. Good job. And we got home and she wanted to go to the gas station and buy a treat, and she didn't have any money left because she already spent all her spending money, and now her savings was in the bank. And she got really mad. She thought the bank stole her money, and she was really mad at the bank. And she was mad at me that I let the bank steal her money. And so I had to try to explain to her what a bank account was and how it's a holding place for money and how they didn't take it. It's still hers. It's just a great place for her to earn some interest on her money. And speaking of interest, I've also opened CDs for all of my kids. I can't remember what they're called. Some sort of youth savings CD. So what I can do is I can deposit into them, but we cannot withdraw. So the interest rate's not great, but it's great, bigger than a savings account. I think they get like 2%. And that's the one I put $5 in every month or more, but at the minimum $5, just to help them grow and to earn some interest. So I'd encourage you to, again, open a bank account for each of your kids, a savings account, and help them be able to make deposits into those. I also love money markets or CDs, because they'll just come with a little bit bigger interest rate. It's still not huge, but better than 0.01%. This is a place where money is going to sit until they're old enough to start investing and growing that money, but just a place for them to learn how to put their money aside and to start letting it grow and kind of see that balance grow. So open up accounts for your kids, for sure, a savings account at the minimum, and then if you want to look into a CD or a money market for them as well, that is a great idea too.